Good morning. We're just going to wait here just a second and let people pop on. Then we'll get started making the cards. We have 3 cards that I did in a kit, and the kit is still available in the store. I have 2 of them left. It's not letting me. I was going to put up the link to the. Hi, Alicia. How are you? So this is done with the Doris butterfly embossing folder. I don't know if you can see the details of that. Embossing folders are something that I have a bucket load of, but I don't tend to use them too often, and they always turn out so nice. So let's go ahead and get started, and people join us as they can. So the first one we're going to start with is the brown one, and each kit comes with enough to make 3 cards, and everything should be cut out, and I've included the embossing folder, and I've gone ahead and embossed the one so I don't have to jump up and down. So this is pretty easy basic card to put together, and let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do is just, and it's a regular A2 card, add our pink background. We're going to whip through these pretty fast because they're pretty simple, easy cards to put together. And you can use anything you want as far as your adhesive. For my cards, I like to use the ATG gun. And you're just going to center that on there. And then we're going to take and add our embossed. And now the brown is cut a little short, so you'll want to make sure that when you line it up in your folder that you're getting the most of your image in that, because it is a little bit smaller than the embossed image that's on the folder. And we're just going to plunk that down. And all of the kits came with everything cut out and ready to go. I'm good, Alicia. And we just need one of the flowers, one of the dots, and the thanks. And we're just going to place that on there. Put these back in there. And these card kits also come with the envelopes that you need to mail your cards in. And I am using the Art Glitter Glue, but I've put it in a fine line applicator just because I like that best. And the nice thing about the Art Glitter Glue is it dries clear, so you can go outside the lines, it can get on your cardstock, and when it dries, it's going to dry clear. Now you can also run it through your little Xyron if you have one. But I just wanted to do that so that you can see that the art glitter glue dries clear. And I'm gonna just put this on here. And you can see that the glue kind of seeps out, but you won't see it once it dries. And then the sparkly flower, this is one that I've cut out on my Silhouette machine. And I'm just adding glue right to the center of it. That way, if you want to fluff up your leaves a little bit, you certainly can do that too. Glue it down. Did you have a good Christmas, Alicia? Okay. And then also in your kit, you've got some distressed stickles in a brown color just to add some sparkly to it. And I just kind of added it in there. Let me get my little paintbrush. And then I just paint it into the edges and spread it out. And it'll dry flat with the stickles. It won't have much dimension to it. Now we're going to add our gems, which is also in the kit. And we're going to put one in the center of each one of these, or three of them, or two. Oh, it looks like two in each one. But you got enough of these gems to do as many as you would like. Yeah, it didn't feel much like Christmas here either. I think this year we've just kind of gone through the motions to get back in the swing of things. And get the decorations back out and put them away. So that is how easy this first card is to make. So like I said, you get three of them in the kit, so you can have three of these cards to do. And that's how it finishes up. So there's a nice thank you card. So next one that we're going to do is going to be our pink one. And this one's a little more entailed. Pieces. And your pink piece is the same size as your brown piece, but that's going to change because we're going to cut out around your image. And all we're going to do is just kind of skim around the edges where it is, and it doesn't have to be precise because once you put it on your brown cardstock, it's going to look just fine. Even if you go over the embossed part a little bit, it's going to be just fine. So just follow the outline of the embossed image. And turn that down. Hey, Sheila. Thank you for joining us. We're just getting started on the second card. The first one was fairly quick. Okay, so we've cut out around there. And then I've taken my vintage photo and highlighted the edge that I cut out, kind of hiding some of the imperfections from where you cut it, because I am an imperfect cutter for sure. And then we're just gonna glue our brown down to the pink. I always like to make sure that your card's going to open the right way. I've done these before and glued them all together upside down, which tends to ruin a card. And then we're going to just glue this down. And you can use your ATG gun, or you can run glue around the edge, or whatever way you want to. And then we're going to line it up completely with the bottom, because like I said, your pink is the same size as your brown. Okay. Let's get one of these happy birthdays out. This is cut with a die, and I really thought that I would be able to get these dies to add to the kit, but they are discontinued. So I just cut them all out and added them to that. And you're going to need 4 of your butterflies because they're stacked. And this time I'm going to run the happy birthday through the, actually, you know what? No, I'm going to use the art glitter glue because, like I said, as you can see on this one, even where it came out and it was that art glitter glue dries completely clear. So let's just go ahead and use that. They have the tips to put on the bottles of the glitter glue, but I found that I made a mess with that. It wasn't fine enough, so the fine line glue bottles were a little finer. Okay, so we're just going to line this up in the corner. And you can see how that glue is coming out and showing, but I will show it to you after it dries, and you'll see that it dries completely clear. Hi, Renee. Hi, Ashley. How are you guys doing this fine Tuesday morning? Cannot believe we are already 8 days into the new year. I think the years go by faster as we get older. I really do. So then we're just going to line this up and put it down. And I'm not worried about the glue. So we're going to ink our Renee, do they have anything there that you just have to have? That you just can't live without? I don't tend to watch those shows. That'll end up getting me in trouble. Although I did hear that they had a pretty good printer on there, and I am keeping my eye open for. You expanded, Ashley. That's great news that you've had to expand your shop. Must be going well. I'm excited for you. Okay, so we've got those inked and ready to go. And then I'm just going to place the first one down on the card. And just a little bit of glue there. I think I want this one going this way this time. Might have to take a look at that. I doubt that I'd buy it on HSN, but. And then I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of glue right in the center so that the wings will still pop up. I need a new printer so I can do some printing cuts with my Cameo. Yeah, I found that in retail too, that people tend to start buying again after they get their taxes back in April. And this one we're going to face the other way. What do you find sells the best, Ash? What's your number one seller? Oh, I don't want that one popped up. I want this one popped up. And then we're going to add our gems. Oh, these want to come off. You may choose to add glue under these gems to make sure that they stick. They're sticking very well to my finger here. It doesn't want to come off. There it goes. I'm using the Art Glitter Glue. Let me go grab a bottle of it. And then I put it in one of the fine line applicators. So that's what it is, and it dries clear. And then I have the fine line bottles. I have the yellow ones in the store, but I put that in a blue one so I could know the difference between that and my tacky glue. So that's what it is. And if you live in a zone that it's really cold, they don't recommend it shipping because it will freeze. So for those that live in Washington and Oregon in this area, I can still ship it because it's not real freezing. But for those areas where it is cold, they don't recommend that you ship it until the temperatures rise. Bath bombs, huh, Ash? And you make your own, don't you? I do like this applicator better. I found that the tip for it uh, didn't fit real well on the bottle, and I had it leaking out of the sides, and it just didn't give me the line that I wanted. I couldn't control it as well as I do with these, but then I'm used to working with these bottles. Okay. Oh, my butterfly moved. So there's card number 2. All finished up. You could take some of your stickles and put it in the center of the butterflies. And you can also, if you have the clear Wink of Stella pins, you could actually go over the butterflies and make them sparkle a little bit more. So there's card number 2, and as you can see, by the time I'm done, that glue has dried completely clear. Completely clear. I love pink and brown together. I really do. So now on to the third and last card. See how quick and easy these are? And if you get the kit, your goodies are in one of the envelopes for the larger cards. Let me put these things away. And I am working on some masculine cards. I'll show you some that I've made. I'm not sure that those will be the ones in the next kit that I do. But I am going to continue with doing some card kits for a while. I think there's enough mini books and folios and everything out there that I can concentrate on cards. All right, so here's the third one. And I did ink a few things on this one. How fun, Ash. I am so impressed. But then you've always impressed me with the things that you do. I have no doubt that that's why you're so successful. Oh no, I think in the kits, I may have screwed up on this. I may have only put 3 dots in where you need 9. And if that's the case, they're a half-inch dot. I believe that this is the dot that I used. No, it's not. So it must be the 1-inch dot punch. So if you've got a 1-inch punch, or if you need these, you don't have those, let me know. I'll get them sent to you. So I inked around all the edges of the pink. And with this one, the paper is a little bit bigger than what the embossing folder is. So I just embossed it, pushed it completely up to the top, and just left a place here on the bottom. Because these are great sized cards to send to. I'm not just stuck with the regular size ones. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it will happen, Ash. I know that I really found it difficult to craft after losing my mom and Sue. I don't know why. My brain shut down, and I just couldn't get into it. So I'm slowly getting back to it, although I feel sometimes that more things that I start working on end up in the trash than in the keep pile. But I'm trying. Okay, so then we're going to take a piece of our ribbon and cut it a little bit bigger. And you've got plenty of ribbon to cover all 3 cards. And then I'm going to just take and run a line around the back that I can attach the ribbon to where I like the placement. And stretch it out, get it straight. Make sure I like the placement of that, because you can move it before you. Okay. Just finish running my adhesive over this and get it glued down. How's the weather where you guys are? You guys covered in snow? Everybody covered in snow? It will come back, Renee. I guess we all go through those slumps. So you're going to want 2 of these flowers. And you're going to cut it in half. And then on this one, and it really doesn't matter because your circle will cover it. You can cut it even. I had to get in my craft room and clean it. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. I went through, it's really kind of sad. I went through my dies, and I have like, okay, a gazillion of them that have never, ever been used. So one of the things in making these cards is I know I don't have the dies to put in the kits, and you can fold these leaves over to get to that inner side because they won't break, is to use some of these dies and make card kits with them, because they're adorable dies and they should be used. But I mean, whoa. Oh, Florida, Texas. You know, Ashley, packaging is actually sometimes more fun. I love doing things like that. Over Christmas, I sent quite a few things to Dan's mom and dad. And so I actually got out my box board, my We Are Memory Keepers box board, and made a bunch of boxes to send their stuff in. You know, like their candies, and I sent a candle and stuff. And so I got my box board out, and that was really, really fun to use. Okay, so we've got everything inked. I know. I didn't count them, but I went through and I have purchased these magnetic um, holders. And so I can actually, I put them in a basket, and so I can flip through them and actually see the dies I have. And so I've got them separated into like tags and Christmas and but you know, some of these dies like this one, wouldn't this just make an adorable card? And some of them, I don't even know what they look like punched out. So this is what we're going to do. So actually I have these in big baskets so I can just thumb through them and get to the ones I need. And then I've got them organized in different themes: Christmas, birthday. So then we're going to glue the flowers down, and you want to make sure you keep your flower to the inside of your card, otherwise it won't fit in the envelope. I think the first one I did, I put them to where they were way out. And I thought, well, that won't work. You just want to flip flop them. One going one way, one going the other way. And I am recording this, so I will put it live. And like I say, I've got a couple of the card kits left in the store. And you get enough to make 3 cards of each design. And we're just going to add our little dots. Oh, I'm not done. So now we're going to do our happy birthday. I'm sorry, but I prefer punches over die cutting. Because a punch, I can just go ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. But they don't have the ability, I guess, to make the images for punches that they do for the dies. Wow, these are really going to be a fast show today because we're almost done with all the cards. I'll show you the ones that I'm working on, and I'm not sure that those are the ones I'm going to do for the next kit, but I've been having fun just making a few of them. It's not as straight as the other one is. That's the nice thing about this glue too, is it gives you a couple seconds to move it around and get it where you like. And then we're going to add the rest of our gems. Masculine cards are really hard to make. Because, you know, women, I mean, we can do butterflies, we can do flowers, we can do, you know, just about anything. But I hate to send butters and flowers and butterflies and all that to a man. And someone had mentioned that most men cards are done in dark colors. So I'm actually trying to come up with some that aren't dark, you know, that dark theme. All right, so that we have, and then we're just going to add the stickles to the center of our flowers. And let's start with the top, because otherwise I know I will run my hand through it and ruin the whole thing. So I'm just going to spread some on each of these. And then I'm just going to go back and take my paintbrush and get it to the edges. I feel like I have a little more control where this goes, and I can get the right amount on it by using a paintbrush rather than trying to get it to the edges. And there we have our third card. So that was quick and easy. Now to locate the pin for my... Huh. Maybe it's not here. Oh, gosh. There it is. Might need new glasses. What do you think? So I guess I do, because I can't get this thing down in there. I'll do it in a minute. So let me grab those other cards that I did. Might need new lighting. Okay, so here are our 3 cards. That we did. Got to decide which one's the wet one so I don't. So I don't have sentiments to stamp on the inside, but I figure you can stamp the inside with what you want or print something out on your computer. I'm trying to find nice sentiments for inside cards so that I can do a kit that has them in there and then just use those inside sentiments over and over and over again. But so far I haven't come up with any that really stand out. So that is the cards for today. They are quick and easy. Hiding in plain sight, yes. And so here are 3. Let me move these out of the way. Set this aside so it doesn't. Set the ones that aren't dry out of the way so I don't run my fingers through them and smear everything. So here's one, and this is a long card, and I have the envelopes for that. And then here's another one. And then here's another one. So those are 3 that I've been working on this week. Not sure if they'll make the cut for the next kit, but that's what I've been doing. Any other suggestions you guys might have for cards or techniques or things? I want to start getting into some of those dimensional cards, the swing cards, and different things like that. But got to get my feet wet first. I did use the truck, and I love that truck stamp. And probably what I'll do is just I will get more of the truck stamps in, so if people didn't get the stamp, they can, but I will actually probably just include the stamped image in the kits that I do, because I know when I brought the trucks in the last time, lots of people bought them, so, and a lot of people that bought them also buy the kits for cards, so we'll have an option on that one. So anyway, that is it. Less than an hour for class today. But that's okay. Quick and easy is probably what we need with our busy lives, so it doesn't take very long to whip up a card and get it sent out in the mail. I challenged myself this year to do a whole lot better with sending out greeting cards to family and friends and things like that. So hopefully I can keep up with it. So anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all for joining me, and I will come up with something and be back next week with something. Want to just keep on going so I don't take that time off and start making excuses for not coming back again. So you guys have a good day. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you. Charlotte, we're finished. We're all done, and you just popped on. It was a quick class today. And I do have your kit for you, Charlotte, so you can come over and make your cards anytime you want. So I will see you again next week. Thanks, ladies, and have a good week.